Keep them on the road as much as you can.
Yeah, they're out with me every week.
The onlyest way, as they say back home.
Only way to go.
For George Branham, 7th frame can make it an 11-pin lead with a strike. No good breaks for Branham so far. He wins that first match with a solid 229, but he had every ball around the pocket. And let's look at this match. Double, 10-pin strike, 10-pin strike, ripping 7. With a conversion here, he'd only lead by 1. And these 7 pins are no gimmies in this bowling center. A lot of them have been missed to the right.
We're at Cedar Lanes in Fresno for It's Open, 17th time. And a Did You Know is coming up. Look at that one. The PBA is our tournament leader. And speaking of presidential things in the PBA, our guest commentator, my fellow Hoosier Mike Albee, is one of the candidates for president of the PBA, Bo.
You're right. He's with Ernie Schlegel and David Houston. And quick question, Mike Albee, what would you like to see happen if you become president of the PBA? What are the key issues?
Well, I think the key things are the communication between the front office and all the players from the seniors, regionals, and national tours all stick together and make bowling a #1 sport.
Good point, good platform as Wayne Webb once again slides by on the right-hand lane.
Well, at least there's one presidential candidate that has a platform. Atta boy, Mike.
Webb sliding by, 2-4-5. Once again, kind of a tough spares on the left side here. You got to guard against the chop.
Okay, Wayne Webb has picked up a new hobby. And he's looking for challengers.
A little while back, I started arm wrestling just for fun. And I started beating a lot of people. And then I started picking on a lot of people bigger than me. And in Denver last year, they had a tournament right next to the hotel we were staying at. Played in the tournament and came in second in the regional division. So I've been arm wrestling a lot of big people.
You're next, Bo.
Well, I don't want any part of him. I've tried arm wrestling. He weighs about 170 pounds, and those short arms are hard to bend. It's like a big tree, Chris. You throw a rope around the top of a tree, it's easier to bend over, but a short tree is hard to knock down. Right now, Wayne Webb's got 2 pins in front of him and 3 pins in arrears here through 8 frames. I think this is a point, Mike Albee, where George Branham III is going to put the match away.
And he's probably wondering why it's not already put away the way he's thrown the ball, but now he has a chance to do it again.
The scene is set for Branham. He leads by 3 despite never missing the pocket so far in 1 game and 8 frames. A potential 239. Wayne Webb, a potential 226. Key 9th frame.
Much smoother release that time. He didn't try to go after it and jump on it. The ball rolled much smoother, and that's why he carried all 10.
Got that extra wrist cock and has put the pressure on a good clutch player, Wayne Webb.
Best shot he's thrown on that lane in at least 3 times.
Agreed. And here's where Webb's at his best. He's almost lulled Branham asleep in this match. It looks like Branham has just been killing him, yet he only leads by 13. Webb, with that very short approach and a very tight line, can take the lead with 2 more strikes.
The 6th man to reach the $1 million mark in professional bowling earnings, Wayne Webb.
And Chris, he's matured over the years. He used to be the big power player, very similar to our next man in the finals, Dave D'Entremont, but as he matured, he's worked more on his accuracy, kept the ball in play, and he's kept himself in this match. Webb, when he couldn't strike, was always out of a match. However, he's made some errant shots, and he can take the lead and possibly win the match if he can strike on this shot, 2nd ball in the 10th.
And in our booth with us is the man that was the 5th millionaire, Mike Albee.
Great shot.
Boy, oh boy, showed no emotion, Chris Schenkel. Could have taken the lead.
He started giving the ball a little more room after leaving the 210 and the 245 on the right lane. He's now started getting the ball out and getting it back in there.
Might be too late.
A native of Rehoboth, Massachusetts. And Mike, that's a little town next to Seekonk, where there was Seekonk Speedway, and I used to announce midget races there, you being the greatest fan of the Indianapolis 500.
George Branham needs a mark, 17 pins in the 10th to win the match. See ya.
Wow.
George making just tremendous shots. He really hasn't thrown a bad shot yet at all. He's lost a couple off his hand, but they haven't hurt him at all. Nothing but good shots from George.
Good point, Mike Albee. George Branham in 2 games, 5 10 pins, 1 7 pin, 1 4 pin, all the rest strikes, and he's throwing 22 consecutive balls in the pocket. He has this match in hand.
Like his victory over Bob Spalding, finishing strong here at Cedar Lanes in Fresno, California.
Possible 239 to go along with the 229 he opened with. This next match, Chris Schenkel, I'm looking forward to. Dave DeIntermount, Mr. Strike on the Pro Bowlers Tour, coming in the semifinal against the red-hot Branham.
239.